What's the weirdest job you've ever been paid to do? I work as a male companion, and 3 years ago I got the weirdest fucking call of my life. This woman is bawling on the phone at like 1:30 a.m., barely coherent. At first I thought it was some drunk client, but then she starts explaining how her husband died in a car crash and her 16-year-old daughter hasn't talked since. Tomorrow's her birthday and she keeps writing about wanting to see her dad in this journal I found. I know it sounds crazy, but could you just sit with her, pretend to be him for a few hours? I almost hung up, but she offered me $800 for what sounded like the easiest gig ever. Just sit there and be someone's dad for a night. How hard could it be? Big fucking mistake. When I got to their house, I knew I was in over my head. This woman, Amanda, looked like she hadn't slept in months. The living room was covered in photos of her dead husband, Michael. Guy was like 6 feet 2 inches, blonde, clean-cut dad type. I'm 5 feet 7 inches with black hair and visible tattoos. We looked nothing alike. Amanda hands me a worn flannel shirt that still smells like cologne and coffee. He always wore this on weekends. Called it Sophie Bean. Please, just try. Sophie came downstairs and I swear to God, my heart sank. This kid was clearly fucked up. Dark circles, way too thin, wearing what was obviously her dad's old t-shirt like a dress. She looked at me for maybe 3 seconds, then just sat on the couch staring at the wall. For like an hour and a half, nothing happened. I tried asking about school, her birthday, anything. Complete silence. I felt like such an a-hole sitting there in her dead dad's clothes. The mom kept peeking in from the kitchen, clearly desperate for something to happen. I was about to call it quits when Sophie suddenly looked at me and said, "You don't look like him." Fuck. Your mom thought maybe, but you smell like him, she said quietly. That's his shirt. Then she asked, "Where did you go?" and started crying. Not movie crying, that ugly, snotty, gasping kind of crying that makes you want to look away. I didn't know what the fuck to say. "I'm sorry I left you, Sophie Bean." That opened the floodgates. For the next 2 hours, this kid told me everything. How she blamed herself because he was driving to get her birthday cake when he crashed. How kids at school treated her like she was made of glass. How she started her period 6 months ago and had to ask her aunt about it because her mom was too fucked up to notice. "I have a boyfriend now," she said. "Well, not really a boyfriend, but he asked me to homecoming and I don't know what to tell him because you're not here to threaten him or whatever dads are supposed to do." I found myself giving her actual advice, which was surreal as hell. "What do you want to tell him?" I asked. She said, "I want to say yes, but what if something happens to him too?" We talked until she fell asleep on the couch around 2 a.m. Amanda came in crying, handed me the money and said she hasn't talked that much since before the accident. I left feeling like shit. Never heard from them again, but sometimes I wonder if that kid is okay. That night really fucked with my head about what I do for work.